Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. For 5 minutes you get transported 30 years into the future. You sit in front of a computer. What information do you look up? An r/Askreddit thread about what stocks a time traveler from 30 years ago should buy to maximize their earnings. Time traveler from 30 years ago, what stock should I buy? 2021 guy, AAPL. TTR, they haven't been any good since they kicked Steve Jobs out. Domino's and Netflix had the greatest return in the past decade. Edit, I had no idea my off-the-cuff comment would be this popular. If you're interested, this is what I had read and was thinking about when I made the comment. https://kiplinger.com/slideshow/investing. Clearly I'm looking up biggest lottery winnings. Or top 10 Fortune 500 companies. You could also see if crypto has stuck around and which exploded, not to mention sports betting on major events could net you some serious cash. Sports. Haven't you seen Back to the Future 2? Which crypto went to Andromeda? And the winning lottery numbers 30 years ago, then go back, win the lottery and buy crypto. Also buy the sport all March, put the winnings in said crypto. Biggest companies founded in the 2020s. List of presidents. And major world events. 3 tabs, 3 Google searches and hopefully a pen to write them on my hand and hope it transfers back. Google 4 to 5 stocks that went to the moon, and etch that shit into your arms along with 5 to 10 duds. Who cares if you come home with 2nd grade pencil war day injuries, you're about to theoretically live forever. Snap a few photos of the injuries, and go to the police to report being jumped by a homeless guy that held you down and etched some weird shit into you under threat of death while reciting Latin. Now you have a cover story for then the SEC wants to know how you knew BCRX and 4 other stocks were going to the moon. A homeless guy carved it into me, and honestly, I took it as a sign. Now produce tapes of the therapy where you rationalize it to your therapist as a coping mechanism and the therapist tells you that you're absolutely not handling the trauma well. I also dropped all this money into these stocks that were me, so I guess I just got lucky. Don't finger any of the guys they bring into a lineup because 1, that's gross, and 2, that's mean, but let it slide as an unsolved case. You've now covered your tracks and tossed some chaff into the air to boot, so you can just wait this out. You only need to pull in about $500,000 if you're in your 30s, twice that in your 40s, and twice that again in your 50s. Then sell and diversify as depending on the type of time travel physics you're dealing with your actions may ripple outward and affect the final outcome, a la the butterfly effect. You don't want to wake up one day with no figurative arms because you fucked with figurative firecrackers, so now you figuratively need your mom to literally jerk you off. Take your winnings and sink them into broad index funds. You can expect a diverse index fund to double about once a decade, 7 years really, but I prefer to use conservative numbers when calculating temporal investments. 1 million in 7 years becomes 4 million in 21 years, allowing you to retire in your 50s. That's more than enough for a comfortable life on self-sustaining investment. Gotta remember, the younger you are when you do this, the more likely life extension therapies will be available while you're in retirement. They will be incredibly expensive at first, I'm sure, so if you're ready with the cash in hand you can delay your death until therapies improve to the point of adding more than 1 year on average to life expectancy every year. That is how you turn your time travel investments into a theoretical eternal life. Thank you for listening to my day drinking rant. Here's to being in quarantine for the 4th fucking time in a year because my co-workers can't stop licking doorknobs. Edit, only edit I'll make is to address fans of the lotto method. Instant money rarely results in happiness. I would rather spend 30 years knowing my future is secure than have a level of wealth that alters my life and relationships with friends and family forever. You can't hide that kind of wealth, and it's never enough to help everyone who deserves it. This is my selfish fantasy, I want security not wealth, lol. This is way too detailed not to be a personal account of something you actually experienced. Okay, I'm gonna type. Wait. Where is the keyboard? Picks up mouse. Hello computer. Heavy update. Red spy in the base. A red spy's in the base. Is Queen Elizabeth II alive? You already know the answer to that one. Depends if Charles is alive. Big boobies. Robot boobies. This is the way. My name. This is literally the only answer. It won't do any good to know stock prices if you slipped on a banana peel and died immediately after arriving back. Knowing my own future scares me. I hesitate about that answer, but I will almost consider looking up my son's. He's only a toddler, so he'd be a full-fledged adult by that time. Even then I don't know if I like the answer. Perhaps that's why the majority are lottery numbers or stocks. At least with money, we could live without financial worry. The fucking password. What fucking is this thing? There isn't even a space bar. Fuck. Alexa. Siri. This is if you're lucky enough to be someplace that caters to Amish or similar. Most people allowed any access at all are chipped and everything is handled by direct stimulation. Fucking Hasbro. Looking up the biggest upsets in recent sports history and betting my bank account on each. You wanna look out for a crazy wild-eyed scientist or a kid. Tiny gun biff is the best biff. Lottery numbers. And stock prices. Seriously. Look up the biggest financial fiasco in the last 30 years. You now know how to get on the ground floor of something that's going to make a bunch of people really rich and the exact knowledge of when you can get out without getting wrapped up in the aftermath. I think I might look at social media et al. To see what people are nostalgic about and miss from 30 years ago and try to enjoy it more when I go back. My dude, you already know what people are going to miss in 30 years. Spend time with your loved ones, friends and family alike. Take care of yourself. Have fun. Take risks. I panic for 5 minutes. Is COVID gone? No. Okay. Just 2 more weeks and the Mars variant is gone for sure. Hang in there. Damn you, Illo. If the average penis size has changed due to added hormones in food. My penis size changes constantly. Thanks for the Hug Z My Penis award. Sorry to hear that. How much longer until reaches the plank length? Who won WW3 and to see if top sites like Reddit and YouTube survived. You talk as if Reddit can die, sir. As long as virgins exist. Reddit exists. I want to see if Annie is okay. Being struck by the smoothest of criminals can have a lasting effect. I'll just take my 8 TB drive and copy the entire content of Wikipedia to it, return to my timeline and spend the next 20 hours reading it and making a fortune by the second. The guy who thought to bring a stack of floppy disks from 1991 to our time is having trouble copying valuable information from our modern computers. Someone said I could buy one from the Amazon, but WTF were they talking about? Gets run over by a logging tractor the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Stocks and sports winners. Then some politics and world events. If I still have time, family and friends. I'd probably look up a few different lottery numbers, and then all the stocks. That way I can have a big starting amount of cash to invest with. Agreed here, lottery numbers for the Mega Millions over a couple of years and be strategic about winning, not all of them obviously. Then stocks to invest in hot ideas and make a bunch of money to invest in other things. I assume I'm transported with the things currently on me, so it would be pretty easy to take a screenshot of what's on the screen and bring it back with me on my phone. If not, then at least hope you are holding a pen at your desk when you teleport and write on your skin. But it would also beg the question, when I look up the lottery numbers, would it show me winning them and the ones I won? Since I'm in the future looking at information that I am going to use to inform the present to lead to that future, is it a closed loop of determination? Lottery numbers, world news, how I died. After winning the lottery multiple times, Baron Coop died attempting to Scrooge MC Duck dive into his giant pool of money. And I'll do it again. Probably stocks, lottery numbers could get changed by random acts, but a company would be solid. Then I'd check on my parents and see if there is anything I could do to keep them alive longer with future knowledge. Would probably spend that 5 minutes with all that if I'm quick. It's so wholesome that you'd think of your parents. I love my parents, they did a damn good job. Least I could do. See if GTA 6 came out yet. Nope, but we get Chinatown Wars remastered somehow. Where's my daughter? She'd be 50 by then. This is the first time I've seen this mentioned and was also my first thought. My son would be 33, I'd love to know if he was happy. Bitch. I'd steal the computer. Who wouldn't want a computer 30 years more advanced than anything we have right now? A library computer would probably be more powerful than any gaming laptop we have now. What do you mean it can't connect to the internet? Why is it unable to go down to 5 GHz? Where the hell is the Ethernet port? What the hell are these? USB 7.0. What the hell is that? I can't plug into this shit. Tries to reverse engineer it. What the fuck are these screws? What is Obama's last name? Hopefully with the advanced technology we can finally know. Edit, none of the replies are going to make sense as I am retarded and put first name instead of last name. President, duh. Holy shit, he did it. He fucking did it.